Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Sofia. 20 years old. Currently I'm a second year student of Business Administration program in Bachelor's. Also, right now I work as a teaching assistant in financial management, but we'll get to that. Let's talk about the University of Tartu and its great history. It's the most prestigious university in Estonia. That's why I came here in the first place. It's also among the best universities in the world, among 1%. And our lecturers are world-class researchers. Like literally every of them has a lot of Google citations, and you can find their researchers on Scholars. Let's move on. And let's talk about our Delta Center, where the majority of our studies is located. Delta Center is one of the most modern centers of digital technology, analytical economic thought in the Nordic country. The location is actually pretty convenient, taking into account that the majority of dormitories for foreign students are located like literally across the street, so it takes me 10 minutes to get to the building. Let's also take into account facilities that we have near Delta. We have a sports center, few of them. We have grocery stores. We have Delta Coffee inside. Well, I love this place. It's my second home. Also, we have a library. Let's talk about the institutes and units that visit our building. One of the major ones is the Institute of Computer Science, Institute of Mathematics and Statistics, School of Economics and Business Administration, Institute of Technology, Center for Entrepreneurship Innovation, and there are a lot of corporate units. Here is a list of them. They're literally over the last bridge. You can visit them if you happen to have an interview there, like happened to me once. For example, Swedbank, SEB Bank. You can easily visit them. And actually, we have a lot of graduates who've been studying at Delta, and now they go to the same building to work at. And let's talk about our learning environment. Well, we have student area where almost every day hundreds of students come to do their homework, do their projects. You can book a room for a few hours for free with your group and study there, do your tasks. We have whiteboards and just literally everything what you need for comfortable studying. View on the river. You can see these panorama windows over there, so it's really calming when it comes to choosing this table. We have a library. Sadly, this library has only economic and mathematical related books, logically, but still we have pretty friendly stuff here. And yeah, also you can study at the library. They have quite a lot of computers available and seats. We have a Delta Cafe with affordable lunches and daily options, like almost 3 or 4 per day. We have auditoriums with up to 300 seats. Since the foreign programs, they have only like 30 students maximum. Estonian programs, they might have like up to 100, up to 300 students per course. Like logically, they would need these large rooms. We have demo room, laboratories, etc. Let's talk about my school. I forgot to mention that I'm also a part of student council. I am a representative of social science faculty, and I'm representative of School of Business and Economics as well. So I take a huge part in life of our university faculty and institute. Our school in years. Economics department exists for 84 years. We have 80 employees, 8 chairs, 10 curriculums, and 800 students. 200 of them are foreigners like me. Let's talk about our studies. So the main point that I should tell about my program is that we all get a strong economic background and knowledge in economics as a theoretical subject at first, but when it comes to practice, it's also up to students to decide which path are they choosing. Like, for example, somebody might like marketing or management or logistics or finance, and it's not like in other universities when you choose particular program which says only marketing. Here you can choose classes to dive into more your subject, into your study area. For example, for me, I took more demography and economics and policy classes since I'm interested in geographical economics, for example. Same with finance. And yeah, it's a great opportunity to learn about everything, get strong bases, and just to get a great place in internship later. Because teachers actually concentrated that you'll get practical knowledge and you could use it. So yeah. The international learning environments, I have to say that in my program, in my course, I have 30 students, and it was really exciting at first when we all met, because they all came from different countries mostly, and I knew about countries I was never interested in, and it's actually great because they all have like different backgrounds, different experiences. They all can bring it up during our classes when it comes to bringing up examples, which is great. Next slide. Let's look at my curriculum. Well, fundamentals of business. So the whole course consists of 180 credits. It's fundamentals of business, business environment and management, specialty models, elective business courses, optional courses, internship, thesis. So you see the total. I think I'll say about optional courses, which is actually really great. We don't have this system in my country, for example. I could choose like courses which are not in my curriculum. For example, I studied French, I studied demography, I studied British history, British literature, just because I'm interested in that, and I think it actually motivates students to go to the university more and look forward for like some days. And some classes are here just for like relaxation, comparing to economics. Let's talk about internship. I'll tell you later about what opportunities we get to get an internship later. But for example, I completed the course. We have two different types of internship: project-based internship. For example, with SEB Bank, right now I'm working on financial fraud research. Yeah, and that's about just project-based internship. Basically, a company gives you a case, you have to study, you have to research, present it. It's going to be like a project. However, even though I passed my internship before, like I still took project-based for fun. I landed an internship at ABB this summer, thanks to which I'll talk about later. And after my summertime internship, I had to present a paper about my experience and share it with my students and my program director. And yeah, let's move on. I cannot really tell right now about bachelor thesis because I have not experienced that yet. I'm just gonna experience it next year. Courses. Those are most popular courses, I must say, which people think about when it comes to my program. We have business law, we have management, we have different types of management. I think I can come up with like 3 different courses which consist management techniques. And economic policy, accounting, we have financial management, we have corporate finance and investments, we have banking, we have marketing, we have business ethics, human resources, global economy, and innovation research methods. Let's talk about requirements. Application system, I believe, already opened, and application deadline is like in a month or so. And you'll get your results on 25th of May. And the program starts on September 4th, so the timeline is pretty easy. Here you can see the requirements. You can also find them on the website. They're pretty highlighted. You have to get a secondary education. You have to do an online entry test in mathematics. You have to prove your English language proficiency, sorry. I can say a little bit about my experience with secondary education because I applied when I was in the 11th grade. It means I I have not completed my secondary education at that time. So what I did, I submitted my study table and my current results, and that was enough. But after still graduating, I had to send my copies of my diploma, surely translated into English, and English language proficiency. I think the minimum right now is B2, but even if you have like C1, like that's acceptable. But like, yeah, B2 is a minimum for this program. And I took Cambridge exam on C1 and got in. There are different opportunities. I think you can dive into that later. So our applications are valued on motivational letter you have to write. Why do you want to study there? What draws you to this program? What opportunities it might give to you? What are your future perspectives? And you have to submit your high school-based mathematics test. Let's talk about life at our university. Since I participate a lot in different events, and I can say they're not as boring as to my classmates who stayed in my country and their universities. We have different types of events which are thrown every month. We have a lot of lectures which are, for example, invited by our teachers. And those people are not even like lecturers, they're just professionals in what are they doing. So we have a chance to talk to people from our like potential work field and talk to them, get contacts, get connections. Also, yeah, here are events. Delta Trends Day, Delta Economics Conference, Delta Career Day, which takes place tomorrow, I believe. For example, half of my course mates landed an internship just by visiting this Delta Career Day, because they made a lot of new connections, they made impressions, so did I. And yeah, we just had a lot of fun, we met a lot of people, and we kind of talked about our future jobs and what we have to do during our internships. We have a startup day. I'm not really into startups, but apparently a lot of people at my university, they're just crazy about them. Yes, we actually have a lot of students who have set up really successful startups in their young age. And yeah, there are competitions, there are commissions, they present their projects, they win grants, and then they just set up their final product. We have Christmas party and Baltic Economic Conference. In addition to studies, we have different clubs, like Startup Lab, where you all gather and discuss how to improve your startup ideas. We have Investment Club, Marketing Club, Future Lab. Well, for example, I use Future Lab a lot because there are a lot of opportunities for internships. Even though I completed mine, I still visit this website just to find something interesting. We have Economics Club, we have International Relations Club. Here you can see our rankings. I don't know if there are any Estonian students currently, but I must admit that actually we have quite a lot of Estonian students as well, even though people ask like a lot, well, there is also a program in Estonian language. Why did you choose this one in English? Well, I must say, if you want to continue your studies, for example, master, somewhere else, you definitely need to prove your language. Well, you might think, well, my language certificate has expired or something, or it's not reliable, or my level is too low. Well, after completing a degree which has been like fully in English for 3 years, you might apply to the masters, so you won't have to show your language proficiency anymore. In some countries, that works. Well, I think that's it from my side. If you have any questions.
Thank you so much for the presentation and for sharing your experience. So I guess it's time that we open our question and answer session. So if you have any questions, please do ask them. We have Sophia who can answer from her experience. We have Paulina, you have me as well. Any questions? Okay. Do you feel like you would like to ask in more like private settings after the info session, or? Okay. Any other questions? Okay. I will invite you to join our Delta tour and to see how the building looks like. So the tour will be very soon, but meanwhile, enjoy the study fair area, and thanks everyone for joining us also online. Yes, if you have any other questions during the day, please let us know about that. And yeah, thank you very, very much for joining us, and have a great day.